Hello guys, I am here at GenCon 2016 at the Fantasy Flight Games demo area. We are going to take a look at Game of Thrones, The Iron Throne, and I'm here with Anton. Anton, take it away. Tell us about this fascinating game that is here at GenCon and for sale later on.
Excellent. This is Game of Thrones, The Iron Throne. It is for 3 to 5 players. It is set in the world of Westeros. It's set in the world of HBO's Game of Thrones series. And each player is going to take control of one of 5 houses. We've got at the table here
Tyrell's.
We've got Caitlin running the Starks here, as it should have been.
All right, excellent. I've got
This would have been different.
Daenerys with the Targaryens.
Oh, wow, look at that.
In the box, then we also have Lannister and Baratheon.
Nice. Cool. Those poor Greyjoys, huh?
Yeah.
Thanks.
No one talks about them, I'm sorry. We have in front of us a number of characters, and we have a single leader. There are actually 5 leaders for each house, and at the start, 1 is going to be in play, and that leader essentially has a rule that is broken. They have 1 benefit they will have over the course of the game. This is a game of social manipulation and negotiation.
Yeah.
We have a deck of cards. Why don't you shuffle that deck?
That
draw.
is definitely important to note. One of the coolest things already, right when we were setting this up, is not only, I like that it's very simple, it seems like a very small amount of components for a massive kind of scale, but also I could have chosen any of these characters to lead the Starks.
Yeah.
So if you're really into Arya, it's like, I know a lot of people are into Arya, you can have Arya lead the Starks, and that's a really cool concept.
And Arya's leader card is going to accomplish something very,
Yeah.
I mean, its benefits are very different. So it's, you have to build a strategy, but it's really, this is a game where you have to work the players. Because we'll see in a second, this is a social manipulation game.
Antagonistic networking.
You know, building truce, building alliances, breaking alliances, but done in
I would never. I would never.
I wouldn't think of it. All right, so we have a hand of cards. We've got our characters. The goal of the game.
And how many cards? 5?
5.
5?
Starting hand of 5. Goal of the game is to be the first player to have spread your influence to the other houses. Doesn't matter where they go, as long as you've distributed your 5 influence tokens off of your house board elsewhere at the table.
Okay.
First player who has spread all 5 of their influence will win the game.
So this signifies like political or military kind of like taking over of influence.
Yeah, sort of instilling your own web of
Nice.
power into these other houses. So the moment you do that, you win. That actually means that multiple players can win at the same time.
Oh,
All right?
maybe that's how the books end.
Who knows?
That's a real chin scratcher right there.
So those are the influence tokens. We also see these stacks of crowns. Crowns represent power. So this is power. The leader has sort of potential power, but the people, the characters out in play have 4 power at the start of the game. If ever that goes down to 0, that character will die. They're gone forever.
Not for Viserys.
Okay? Power is something that relates to military strength, political strength as well. And we'll see when we actually have challenges round to round how that comes into place. Let's just jump in and see how this works. This is a demo round. There's an event deck here.
Okay.
This event deck is seeded with only the houses that are in play. And then there are 3 other sort of neutral cards.
Okay.
I'm going to start. Just for
Shows
the
how it's
sake
done.
of,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So on my turn, I don't get to choose who I challenge. I will check the event deck. And now on my turn, Tyrell,
Hello.
you will be the defender this round.
Okay.
Okay? And the card says whoever controls Tyrell is the defender.
Okay.
I am the challenger, not the attacker, I'm the challenger.
Challenger.
I'll choose one of my
It's more
characters.
dignified, yes.
It is, absolutely. I mean, we could just be opening discussions, you know.
Could be a bake-off.
That's right.
You say
My cookies are tasty.
you mentioned Viserys. Let's bring Viserys. He will challenge
He's swording at me.
House Tyrell.
All right, so you turn the little
So
piece
do
there.
I choose a defender?
You will choose a defender.
Okay.
And
then
you will
I'm-
just rotate it so that the shield
I'm
is
going to send super
towards the
able
center.
mace
fantastic.
up to defend here.
All right, so now let's say nothing else were to happen in a given round.
Okay.
We would then compare the power of one character versus another, and the higher of the 2 would win the challenge. Okay. Now, of course, that would be a boring game. So, what
And what happens in a
happens?
tie? What happens in a tie?
What happens in a tie? So, we'll get into this hand of cards
Okay.
first. So, attacker and defender. Attacker and the defender get to petition other players at the table for support, or to talk them out of supporting.
Lady Catelyn, I beseech thee. So is it that simple? Is it done verbally?
Yes, it is done verbally. This
Nice,
is open.
yes.
This is open conversation. This happens
All right.
in the open,
Okay.
in front of everyone.
So what are our bargaining pieces? There got to be something on the line, right? We can't just.
Yeah. What's the spectrum?
Can you
that
give me
we
some
can
power?
play?
So yeah, let's hang tight. Let's say there's no one else involved.
Okay.
What happens next is you and I are going to have a conversation. I'm going to show you my hand of cards.
Okay.
There are hostility cards which have a number between 1 and 20.
Okay.
Oh wow.
Whoa.
Okay, that is added to the power of that character
Okay.
before we finally establish who will be victorious in that challenge.
Sure.
There is a truce card.
Okay.
Truce says, "Oh, bets are off, man. I'm not going to fight at all." Okay, and then there are character cards that can come into play if I have a character in that engagement.
That specific.
That character has to be one of the active
Okay.
in play, and on the card it will dictate when it may be played.
All right.
So you and I will have a brief conversation and say, you know what, really don't want to fight, or I really do want to fight.
I think it's too soon to
I think it's a good
engage
time to fight,
in
guys.
hostility. Okay, fine.
Okay.
Talked me into it.
So we will each in secret choose a card.
Okay.
Oh, on the edge of my seat here. This is a great place to be, guys, by the way. Great place to be. Oh, look at Anton's really getting into this, man. He's here to kill.
He's plotting something.
He's not giving a demo. He's here to
Do
win.
that.
Okay.
Okay. So now we put these face down, and now we will reveal. All right.
Interesting.
So now, what is that card? What's the timing element for that card?
So it says before house cards are revealed, if you are not an active player. So I am active.
You
based
are.
off of This. Okay.
And that's something-
Was not just appreciating that.
It's totally great. What you could have done if we were active, you could have played that. You would play that before we flip these over. And in this case, what would have happened? Just out of curiosity.
You withdraw. If your side wins, you still receive rewards.
Okay, so there's a little bit of getting a
Okay.
benefit
I have
without
a runner-up card.
the threat. Okay, so
I can't remember what you played. There we go.
all right. So you played a hostility card.
Yes.
I played a truce card. Hostility always wins over truce. So you win the engagement.
I was expecting to just have that wasted.
You are going to spread one influence from your house card to mine.
Yeah, you want some?
Okay. So now you're one step towards victory.
Okay. Discarded.
That is discarded. Now, because this is a betrayal, because I played truce, this is considered a betrayal.
Interesting.
Now, what I get to do,
Truce is a betrayal.
the active player on the losing side gets to take a hostage from each player that was participating. So this is something where I can now take a card at random from your hand. I can take a card from the top of your deck, and I will take one face down from the top of your deck. This is a hostage, and I look at it, and now I'll keep it face down.
Okay.
And this is a hostage that now I can use this as a bargaining chip. I can torment the hostage later and gain some benefit.
Don't do that.
Or I can eventually return it and move.
Torment the hostage later? Are you
Torment the
monster.
hostage later. And then, later I can return the hostage and I get a power from my leader out
Okay.
to a character on the board.
Okay.
Okay, so it's just claimed a bargaining chip.
It's a bargaining chip.
You got the
Alright.
direct victory, but you got a little bit of a play for later, right?
Okay.
You got the long game.
So, and I lost, so I remove half of my, let's see, round it up, so I remove 2, and it goes back. Okay, that's a loss.
Well done, Mace.
Mace. Who would have known he had it in him?
Nobody.
Nobody.
Now, let's go to the next character.
Next,
Reset. So now you will turn over the top card of the event deck.
Targaryen.
I am the defender.
Well, let's see what we want to do.
Discard any card.
I'm gonna choose Eddard. Let's get old Ned in there.
So you go ahead and
Yes.
just rotate Eddard so
Rotate
we
him out.
know, pointing towards the center of the playing field.
Now that doesn't just because of a sword doesn't mean I'm necessarily here to fight.
It's a challenge.
Yeah, I'm just challenging. We're challenging. We're challenging.
It's dark.
Challenging.
You gotta have your sword at the ready. Who knows? I will go with. Let's go Jorah. Jorah.
Jorah.
Jorah.
Hey, this is fine. This is great.
Totally great.
Now here's the thing.
We have a third player.
We have a third player. So But
anything can happen.
I want to work with you specifically, Anton, because
Okay.
I see that you've lost some power and lost your first battle. I just want to hold back and just kind of see where the board's going. I don't want to engage right now. Not interested.
Not interested.
I don't think you gain anything by fighting. All you can do is risk your even more power. You've lost on already. It's not worth it. Look, Robert's already stronger than we are.
I mean, I don't see why we have to let what happened between us, at first glance, continue to be a tradition. We can cooperate.
Exhibit hall will be closing in 5 minutes.
Well, do you want to get involved here?
Ooh, yes,
And
I do. How
so
do I do that?
you asked earlier, what is the benefit? Let's say that you choose to support the defender.
The Targaryens, as the Tyrells are pretty into.
Okay, or let's start with you. Let's
Okay.
say you choose to support the challenger.
Okay. Yes.
Challenger, not attacker. Challenger.
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 When a challenger wins, is successful, they will spread their influence. You will also spread one influence to the house in question.
Goodness gracious.
Okay, so
Wow.
that's really good. That's good for you.
That's really
It's
good.
good for you. I'm interested in
Is
that.
this good for you?
Is this good for you? I think that is something that would be good for you. So yeah, I want to get involved in this.
So what,
I can't stand idly by, right?
So now you're going to take a character of your choice and commit them to this challenge. You'll rotate so everyone knows your deep betrayal or consistent.
Are you sitting margin here?
Am I sending margin? No, I'm going to send old Ren.
Renly.
in.
Renly, Eddard, and
know-
Jorah in a negotiation.
Yes.
It's a match
So,
made in heaven.
You're essentially a bystander now, other than the fact that your power is contributing to your total. So you've got 4, and
Okay.
4 is 8 versus 4. Now we will commit the 2 active players now. We're going to commit 1 card face down.
Do we get to talk at this point? I mean, at what
We
point do
do.
we stop
I mean,
talking?
I haven't revealed. We haven't revealed the card.
I'm willing to play ball here.
Okay, and what are you suggesting? You're suggesting a truce?
I don't want to give Robert more power off my back. You know what I'm saying? He's already had an engagement. I don't think I think a truce is the best option.
Okay.
And I think that it will come back to help me later on whenever we're in the similar position and perhaps I'm at the disadvantage.
There's a problem though, because this guy
I mean,
is hungry for power.
I think that we have to be vigilant against further Targaryen aggression and insanity. That's my only interest. The good of the realm, right? All that kind of business.
Well, let's just see what happens.
All right.
So not you.
Oh, not me
So
yet.
you're not involved at all, other
So I
than
don't play a card.
you don't play a card. The 2
You're
active
bound
players,
by our outcome.
challenger
Fine.
and the defender.
Okay.
Show me
The
that card.
defender.
Show me that card.
Okay.
Challenger,
I'm in
and
on that.
you're just
Notice how noble I am, like a true Stark. Oh,
Holy smokes!
it's a story of the
He
Song
had
of Ice.
dragons.
It's a Song of Ice and
He had
Fire all
dragons,
over
man.
again.
24, which
There be dragons.
So 20 beats 0. That's what you're telling me.
20.
You've betrayed me.
24,
oh,
and
right.
you have actually.
We have 8.
You have 8. But at the end of the day, that would be the power. But you have said we're not going to fight.
The time is
We're
now
going to
6
truce.
o'clock.
I have betrayed you.
You certainly have.
Nearest exit.
As the defender, so the first thing, let's discard our cards. As the defender, I'm not going to. As the defender, I'm not spreading influence, but I do now get to regain some power. So
Right.
I can distribute power back. I'm going to.
So you can make like a super Jorah or a super Cal or whatever. You can just stack some power up on.
You can.
All right.
You can. Right now, that was that hurt at the beginning. Now every character that was involved in the who was involved here.
This was
Ah,
Eddard and Renly.
You're going to lose half rounded up.
All right, and that
And that
goes
power
back
goes
to your
back
guy.
to your leader.
All right.
Elena's
Okay.
banking it.
You can rotate your characters back.
Do I get any treachery?
Now, because
hostages?
this was a betrayal, you get a hostage from my top of my deck. You can get it from my hand of cards.
I want it from your hand.
Okay.
Yeah.
Always. Always from the hand.
Always. Bundies.
Oh.
Ah.
Interesting.
Show the camera.
Interesting. Look at what I found. I bet
Okay.
you might want that back later in the game.
Maybe, maybe not. Who knows?
All right, well, let's do one more round. Let's see what Robert has to say about it.
All right, fine.
So now we're all players are going to draw back up to 5.
Right. Draw back up.
Very good. right, so. Well, damn.
Oh, look at
That's
this.
me.
You're fighting
So
yourself.
what does the card say at the bottom?
The player controlling House Tyrell is the defender. If you control House Tyrell, choose a player. That player is the defender instead. Those Starks.
Just trying to create peace, man.
Yeah, I know.
It always gets me into trouble.
Well, you're in for it now. I guess.
It's quite a taunt.
You're in for it now.
All right, so here's what I think. I think that we should call a truce again. I'm saying truce again because I really don't want to fight you.
I feel like this is just a play, and you're becoming more and more
desperate.
desperate.
If you attack me, I will crush you
You're
later.
becoming more and more desperate. No.
I will crush you later.
No. I don't buy this. I don't buy this for a minute. So.
All right. Now, Anton.
Yeah.
Hey, buddy.
Hey!
You know, I tried to have a truce with you earlier.
Eyebrows are singed.
And hey, you know what? If you help me in a way that gives me victory, I will give you this hostage back.
Oh, snap.
Now you mentioned truce. This is a truce. Truce.
Yeah,
But you want me to help?
We're done with truce.
We're done with truce.
We're-
Just
we're-
like that.
We're now ready to go.
Bam. Negotiations are over.
All right.
Contribute a little 4 power, send somebody my way. Not a
Okay.
big deal.
All right.
Okay, a loaded question here.
Yes.
What if I have cards that are only for my leader? Now you mentioned like when you are challenging, you can only play cards that have to do with the supporting character engaging. If I have ones that have to do with, say, Olenna here, how does
Right.
that play out?
So if there is a card that, if it doesn't specify when you can make use of that card, if it involves challenges, it's not going to be in play.
Okay.
So, nothing.
Okay. Far out.
Just a hostage for later.
Okay.
All right, so I'm ready.
All right, I'm in.
Yes, Cal's coming in, and yeah, I'm gonna do Arya.
I'm sending in old Marge.
All right, you
Okay.
ready?
Yes.
Before house cards are revealed,
Oh no.
Carl, for each hostage you have, apply 1 to your side's power values. So I have, I'm contributing 5 for what that's worth.
All right,
That's
hey,
all
that's
I can
not
do.
bad. It's not bad.
No
All I
fair.
can do.
All right, you ready?
Yep.
Oh, a truce. You just wanted a hostage, that wily Tyrell. All right, so I, as the attacker, have won the challenge because I get to distribute my influence, right?
Yes.
So I'm gonna do that now.
Okay.
I'm gonna put one over here on House Tyrell.
I lose 50%.
Yes, you do.
And now, do you also get to distribute an influence since
No,
you
I-
were the ally with me?
Yes, in this case I do. That's right.
Wait,
We were
you do?
attacking.
There
Oh,
it
you're
goes. Yeah,
attacking.
he was attacking with us. All right, so influence is sent, and then it was a betrayal.
Okay, and it was a betrayal, so I get to. And this
One
is
hostage from each player
So both-
involved
both you
on the
guys?
active side.
What? Okay. Yoink. Okay.
Didn't need it anyway.
Huh. And this
That
is this all part of the resolution phase? Is that another loaded question?
This is part of the resolution phase.
Okay. and
Why do you
said-
ask,
because
sir?
I
That is
think
such a
I think I might have a card
just
I
a
want
pointed
to play.
question.
Are we after the resolution phase yet?
This is the resolution phase.
Wait, tell me when we're done.
And we're done.
We're done. Okay, so I can play cards that don't have to do with the challenge from my leader, as long as you know. That's what I said.
Let's see what you can or can't do.
Can I play this? That's my question.
So if your side lost after the resolution phase, absolutely remove 2 power from each non-Tyrell character on both sides.
Boom.
Thanks a lot,
Boom.
Carl.
You're welcome.
man.
Ouch.
Tyrell's. Hey, you know what, Robert?
Playing dirty.
Let's warg it up. After the resolution phase, look at the top 5. Place them back in any order. Oh, Brand being as boring as ever.
Oh, Bran. What good are you?
All right, done and
Somebody carry me somewhere.
done.
All right, draw back up to 5.
All right, drop back into 5.
Draw
So let's talk about this game, Anton.
So that's the basics.
These are-
Basic.
These are the basics. So we're gonna be going around. This feels like a very nice kind of, just kind of relaxed, hostile game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's not like we're not like really. It's just like a
making
nice.
challenges.
We're
Challenges.
chatting. You know, there's some diplomacy going on.
There's a little bit. It plays better with larger
Yeah,
groups
I can
because
How many can you play with?
5.
5 people total.
So 3 to 5.
Okay.
Okay, 3 you can play because you get a little bit of the.
Uh-huh.
You have a third participant who isn't. You have someone who isn't an active player
Right.
in challenges, but this really shines when you've got 4 or 5 at the table.
All 5
Yep.
players.
And you're slowly building alliances. As you noticed, with 5 influence, you very quickly are going to be nearly halfway to victory, like one third of the
Yeah.
way to victory. At turn
Yeah.
1, turn 2. Now, then we have character abilities. I didn't use Daenerys's card. After house cards are revealed, if you're an active player, for each influence you have spread, apply 2 to your side's power value.
Wow.
So there's something about playing to the strengths of your card.
Right. So you want to get in every house as quickly as possible, and
Sure.
then get +2, +4, +6.
And you can spread the same to the same house. It's just a number of tokens
just
as
total
I
number.
sort of steamroll.
Okay.
Right. The late
Okay,
game,
okay.
as the game progresses,
Because you're building dragons.
Danny's going to build up momentum. But it is about sitting around and playing to the people at the table.
Yeah.
You know, if you know the character's great, run with it, and just have a lark. And the mechanics are there just to sort of organize the backstabbing and
Yeah.
the manipulation.
It's a beautiful little game, and this obviously
awesome.
it's based on Cosmic Encounters. Is that the
Yeah.
the official?
Yes, so the core mechanic is based in Cosmic Encounter, which was released in the 70s. Is a title that has been around through a couple of different publishers.
Yeah.
Fantasy Flight publishes this now and has for many years, and it is sort of the seminal group negotiation game where each player is breaking a core rule. And because you don't decide who you challenge, the question is, well, what do you do with the opportunity, right?
Right.
Are you gonna,
Makes it that alone makes it so interesting.
Are you gonna
Yeah,
play
yeah.
Are you gonna play nice?
Got
Are you
it.
gonna lie?
Yeah.
Or just boldly lie?
Gotta
Are you
make the
gonna?
most out of the situation.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
So-
awesome.
Well, that's great, Anton. Thank you so much.
Yeah, man.
This is Game of Thrones,
thank you
the
very much.
You
Iron
got it.
Throne, and it is here. We're at GenCon 2016. Thanks for watching, guys. We got more coming, so stay tuned.